Okay, welcome back. So I have an activity for us to do. So you should have printed out one of the attachments that I put on my school. There are actually two of them, but this one says that you're supposed to print it out and do it with me. Now, if you print it out both at the same time and you mix them up and you can't tell, the one that we're looking for is the one here that at the bottom, if you notice it, has 4 rows right in a row that have 3 points that say end of sequence, versus the other one that only has 1 at the bottom like that says that. This one also has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows, and the other graphing one has only 5 rows of points. So make sure you have the one with 7 rows, but the big kicker is the last 4 have end of sequence, end of sequence, end of sequence, end of sequence right in a row there. Okay, so once you have the correct one, I'm going to zoom this back out, and I just want to explain to you what we're going to do, and we're going to do this one together, and then I want you to do the next one alone and send a picture of that to me. Either you can send it, scan it and send it via email, you can take a picture and send an email, or you can take a picture and send it as a text. Okay, so what we're going to do here is, it's basically connect the dot, but with ordered pairs. So we're going to go through and we're going to plot all these points and we're going to connect them one to the next. So don't plot all of them and try to connect, because they're connected in a very distinct order here. So we're going to go through and we're going to plot all these points, and then at the end, when it says end of sequence, we stop connecting them and start at a brand new point, and only connect from there on until we hit end of sequence. All right, so the first point says 8, 7. So we're going to plot that. Now, if you remember from the last video, the 8 is the x coordinate, the horizontal direction, and the 7 is the y. And again, they have them labeled on our coordinate right here so that we make sure we do that. So it says from the origin, go over 8 and up 7. All right, so we're going to put that point in there. I like to put a little light line through it so that I remember that I've done it, but I don't make it so crossed out that if I make a mistake and go back to look at it, I can't read what it says. So I'm just going to lightly cross it out. All right, next it says to plot the point 7, 3. All right, so that should be from the origin over 7, up 3. All right, and now we connect those 2 points. All right, and again, lightly cross that out. Next is the point 5, 1, so from the origin over 5 and up 1. And I'm going to connect it to the last point. Don't connect it to the beginning one, connect it to the last point. All right, then 1, negative 3, so from the origin 1, down 3. Hopefully you'll do yours a little bit better because you're not working underneath a tripod, but mine are a little bit crooked there. All right, so the next point is negative 1, negative 5. So take a second. I'm not going to tell you where that is just yet. You try and plot the point negative 1, negative 5. Okay, so hopefully you went right here. Negative 1 in the x direction, negative 5 in the y direction. And connect them. All right, this one's a little bit tricky right here because it gives us a decimal value. So it says negative 2.5, negative 4.5. So from the origin, I'm going to go over 2, but I need to go beyond that. I need to go 2.5. All right, so not to 3, not to 2, but right in between there. So from that point, about halfway between negative 2 and negative 3. Then from there, it says to go negative 4.5. So negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 4.5. It should be smack in the middle of that square right there. All right. Another decimal one is negative 3.5. So negative 3, negative 3.5 right there, halfway between negative 3 and negative 4. And then down 1, 2, 3.5. So right in the middle of that square. Connect the 2 dots. All right, we're back to integer 1, so negative 4, negative 2. Go ahead and plot that. All right, should be right here. Negative 4, negative 2. All right, then negative 2, 0. That means go to negative 2, but stay there. Don't go up or down. and then 2, 4. So from 0, go over 2, up 4. Connect the dots. Then 4, 6, over 4, up 6. And then 8, 7, which is the point that we started with, if you remember that. So that closes this region off. And that's why they're saying now at the end, that's the end of the sequence. Because from now, we're going to start at a new point and create a different shape that connects onto this, right? So to me, it looks kind of like that giant sidewalk chalk that you get right now, but we'll have to see. All right, so hopefully yours looks like this. All right. Now, here are some mistakes that people make. Let's say, for example, when it says 8, 7, sometimes people go up first and then over. Don't do that. Don't go up to 8 and then over to 7, because remember that first coordinate in the ordered pair is X first and Y first. Now, if you need help remembering that because you're not remembering, think of a baby starting at the origin. And when it moves this direction, it's crawling on the ground, right? That's what babies do first. And then when it's going up and down, you can think of it either as standing up or climbing, right? That would come next in a baby's development. So it has to go left, right first so it can crawl, and then it goes up and down like standing or climbing, right? Okay, let's go to the next row. So negative 3.5, negative 3.5, right? So from here, the origin, we're going to go down to negative 3 or back to negative 3, negative 3.5, and then down to negative 3.5. Now you might say, well, I already have a point there. That's fine, but from there, that's what we're going to connect the next point to, right? So that's why they start us there again. Negative 4, negative 4. So from here, go over negative 4, and then down negative 4 to right here. So just a tiny segment there. Then negative 5, negative 4. Right here. Again, if you feel like you've got this and you want to turn this off and just kind of pick up every once in a while to make sure you're doing the right thing, that's fine. You don't have to keep my pace. You can go faster or slower. All right, here's negative 5, connect them. Negative 4, negative 6. Negative 3, negative 6. Negative 3, negative 5. Right here. Negative 2.5, negative 4.5 is that point that we've already drawn. That connects there. That's the end of the sequence, so we're done there. All right, no longer looks like a giant piece of sidewalk chalk. We're getting a little bit more detail in here. All right, so it should look like that now, that little piece that you just put on. All right, let's look at the next sequence. So we're starting all over again here. Now we're going to negative 5, negative 4. So negative 5, negative 4. Again, a point we've already drawn, but that tells us where our starting point is. Then negative 8, negative 6. All right, so from negative 5, negative 4, we're going to connect this. All right, then negative 6, negative 6. Then negative 8, negative 9, all the way down here. Then negative 5, negative 7. Then negative 5, negative 9 right here. Then negative 3, negative 5 right here. That takes us to a point we've already drawn. And that ends it. All right, end of sequence. Hopefully you should be getting a better idea of what you think it is. All right, now we've just got a couple more, and these are 4 quick little ones. All right, 4, 6, so over 4, up 6. Again, a point we've already drawn, but that's our starting off point. 5, 4, right there. And 7, 3, another one we've already drawn. Okay, end of sequence, so we're going to start the next one again. That takes us to 2, 4. right there. 3, 2, right there. And 5, 1. All right, next one, 0, 2. Don't do 2, 0. It's tempting to do that, but 0 means do not move left or right, go up to 2. Then 1, 0 means go over to 1, but don't move from there. So we're right on each of the axes then. And then 3, negative 1. These are looking like stripes. And then the last one is negative 2, 0. So from the origin, go over to negative 2. Plot our point there. Then negative 1, negative 2. Plot our next point there. And then 1, negative 3. Plot our point there. And we end up with a rocket ship. All right, so hopefully yours looks this way. Again, some of the major issues that people have are plotting the y, saying that the first coordinate is the y coordinate and going up and down first. If you don't make that mistake and you just connect to the previous ones, you should be good at getting these done. All right, so I'm going to turn this off, and then you are going to do the next puzzle on your own, and then you're going to send a picture of it to me. Okay, thanks guys. Bye.